great admiration.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Amazing athleticism from George. I mean, sprinting towards the bucket and getting there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Doncic with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Here's George. That one wide left. Here's Dallas. Richardson the pass to Cauley Stein. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Fast break. Here they come. And the shot goes in.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Now Doncic outside. Porzingis to the paint. Here's Cauley Stein. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Batum. Here's George. Outside for Batum. Clock at 4. Fires from the line. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Doncic outside. To the inside. Out to Porzingis. Doncic against Beverley. From 18 feet away. That misses off the backboard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. George finds Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
1:58 left to play here in the first. And Doncic gets it to go. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverley is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Doncic with the bucket.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now here's Leonard. From downtown, gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got 7.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. It's good from long range. 5 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Up top, Ibaka. Guarded by Porzingis. Ibaka. This is to Batum. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Cauley Stein out to Doncic. Hits the jumper in space.
That is a sweet-looking jumper there, boy. Doncic doesn't need much space or time to get shots off.
George. And that one released in time, but no good. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
They've got Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Marjanovic kicks to Finney-Smith. Pass to Kleber. Powell against Cousins. Finney-Smith passes to Powell. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look. And a five-star recruit coming out of high school, Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
The Mavericks leading. Here's Brunson. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Off target from three-point range. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Melly is checked in for Marjanovic. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Maxi Kleber.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Nicolo Melli. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Josh Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Passes to Brunson. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Brunson, no good.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold, this boy. Man.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. That's a two from Kennard. And the Clippers miss again.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Nice D from Doncic. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. In the corner, it's Richardson. Pass to Doncic. 1:30 left in the first half of basketball. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. A shot by Batum, no good. Mavericks leading by 4. And that one, good.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him. Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice job seeing the game.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Ibaka, the pass to George. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, he's an excellent defender. You look at Josh Richardson, he's got real good length, athleticism, quickness, and does a good job reading the opposition, too.
Now, here is George. Batum dishes to Ibaka. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. George with the bucket. Doncic with it. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. From past the arc. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers trail by 6.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
The pass to Kennard. Launches a 3. Connects from three-point range. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Doncic from the arc. No good on the last second attempt there. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 2 assists. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Dallas, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Melli in at the power forward position. Clippers trail by 3. Now here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The dish now to George. For the tie. No good that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. He lobs it up, and he lays in the alley-oop.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And George, here we go. And he converts the layup. George has got 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Let's keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Cauley-Stein against Batum. And here's George for 3. That doesn't go either for George.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Doncic. There's the three. It's hauled in by George. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
You know, that's where the high release point of Batum worked to his advantage, allowed him to get that shot off.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein. Dwight Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Kennard. The Mavericks making the shot. Jackson down low. Brunson covering. Back to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss. Dallas leading by 5. Here's Finney-Smith. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Here's Kennard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kennard's got 5.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Here's Brunson, and he jams it with authority.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Shot's good by Kennard.
Pitch works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game. Brunson the pass to Kleba. Now here's Marjanovic. Over Morris. And that one's good. Marjanovic. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Kennard for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Kennard's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Clippers.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Now Brunson. Back to Kleba. Pass to Brunson. And it's in there. Brunson's got 6 in the quarter.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Here's Jackson. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Morris in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Wasted no time on that one. Beverley's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it.
and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Back to George. Pulls up. And good. He nails it.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Beverly, the pass to George. And Cousins kicks to George. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Doncic outside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. 17-foot shot on the way. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from George. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
Now, here is George. Three-pointer. Trains it from beyond the arc. George has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Hardaway against Morris. Hardaway passes to Cauley Stein. Dallas moving it around. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Patrick Beverly. And Doncic throws it down.
You know, Doncic, a great passer, terrific offensive player, but that time showed you he can make offense from his defense.
Outside Leonard. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Now, here's Doncic. Leonard with the steal. Here's Kennard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Richardson. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. High post, Cauley Stein. Clock at 6. Doncic with it. He's picked up by Cousins. That's good from Doncic on the assist from Cauley Stein.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
Nobody near Leonard. Off target with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kennard for 3. They grab their own miss. The 3. The shot off that time.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Out to Hardaway. Richardson right side. Passes it to Porzingis. The 3 for Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And here's George. Pass to Kennard. The tray. It's in. So a close game sees Gallup. David, thank you.
Thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jamal Murray is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Bull. And it's Jokic in at the center filling out the middle. And for Los Angeles, Baca is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Now here's George. The shot's good. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Gordon against Leonard. In the corner, Murray with it. Back to Gordon. And the pass to Murray. Here's Jokic from 13. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now here's Leonard.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Jokic.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's Murray after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Jokic. And the shot goes in. Jokic has got 8 points. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
A nice shot by George.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Pass to Bull. Takes the three. And Jokic throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force. What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Murray against Beverly. Murray kicks the ball. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2.
Shots are just flowing him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Now here's Murray. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Leonard against Gordon. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Down low. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Murray.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here's Beverly. Poked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Denver with a change here, too. Morris is checked in for Michael Porter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jokic keeps it alive, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Kennard on the wing. Stolen by Rivers. Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. He got into double digits. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
They've got Kennard, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
And here are the Nuggets now after the basket by Los Angeles. Yep, that one goes in there.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Jackson against Morris. Kennard on the wing. Doesn't go for him. And it's Denver the other way. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Millsap kicks to Dozier. Offensive rebound. And again, it's Denver.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. Shoots. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area. How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
To the middle, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. It's stolen by Green, and that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. Now here's Murray. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Pushing it up. Here's Jackson.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
It's his first trip to the line. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
The Nuggets leading by 10. Shakes him, and the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
The Nuggets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. He kicks to Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Ibaka's got his first 2 points.
Well, Serge Ibaka added this aspect to the game. Came in as a shot blocker, but worked so hard to become an offensive threat.
Murray outside. On the wing, Porter. Murray the pass to Bull. Shot clock at 6. And the basket by Gordon.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And the Clippers making a change here. Cousins is checked in. Clippers trail by 13. Outside, George. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Millsap. Denver passing it around. Misses from close range.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
The pass to Dozier. Feeds it to Millsap. With some arc. Here's McGee. Cousins pulls it in. Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Oh,
goodness. Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Now here's Barton. Right side Millsap. That shot misses. That shot off.
And one of the league's best defenders, Millsap.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds, and that should...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Jokic is out there with Bol. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Beverly following the basket by Jokic. Pass to George. There's the triple. And Bol pulls it down. The Nuggets leading by 10. Here's Murray. Again, the Nuggets score.
The rhythm, the timing. When Murray is in sync, that pull-up jumper is a thing of beauty.
Pass to Ibaka. And Bol pulls it down. Bol's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Oh!
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Outside, George. Over Porter. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Jokic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Leonard attacking left side Ibaka. And the wing jumper offline.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
And finished off by Porter.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's George. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Beverly against Murray. Right wing. Bol kicks to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Jokic finds Murray. And the baseline jumper, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 16-point game. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Passes it to Jokic. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. It's good. Jokic has got 16.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Jokic passes to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Murray has such a soft-looking shot, especially from deep, where he is just lights out.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Misses off the left iron.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
For three. And it's Denver with the rebound. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
Morris outside. We've got 28 seconds left in the third.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Kennard for 3. Sinks the triple.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
The pass to Dozier. Outside Millsap. Morris outside. A 3-ball. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in command with a 16-point. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Pass to Rivers. Campazzo. Millsap left side. Pass to Rivers. Denver passing it around. Inside. Here's Green. Out of hand on it. Left side, Leonard. 2 points. That one goes. Leonard's got 4 this quarter. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Jackson passes to Kennard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pass to McGee. And Morris comes over to help. Lets it go from 14. No good on the shot. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Kennard. From outside, off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
On the wing, Morris. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. McGee in the corner. Now the pass to Dozier. Back to McGee. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's good from McGee. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Porter against George. From deep. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The putback.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Out left to the wing. Back to George. From deep 3-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Wide open look here for Murray. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
And here's George for 3. George missing again.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. Murray outside. Outside Gordon. Over to the left wing. Here's Murray. Doesn't go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And a deep 3 from George. That doesn't go either for George. Pass to Murray. And here's Jokic. Zubac defending. Jokic kicks to Gordon. Pass to Murray. From 20 feet out. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the 3-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Jokic inside. Zubac defending. Jokic passes to Murray. Jokic with it. The 19-foot shot. Murray. And Murray with the second chance points.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the power forward. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Beverley for three. Powell pulls it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Ibaka. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard misses.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Now Ibaka, after the missed three from Damian Lillard. Nobody near George. Drains the three-pointer.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it. And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. High post try, and it's Leonard missing.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
And it's Lillard missing.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Outside, George. The three-pointer, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Morris, no good. For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. Still without a basket in the game.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one. And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
And it's Lillard missing. Clippers leading by 4. In the corner, George with it. And the 3-ball is good. George has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Clippers.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now here's Leonard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Out to Ibaka. 6 on the shot clock. And Leonard gets it to go.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
Lillard way outside. And another 3 for Portland. 1:12 left in the first quarter. It's George on the wing. He has 6. That one good for 2. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
George against McCollum. And Beverly kicks to Leonard to the middle. Here's Ibaka. The Clippers rebound down low. That one drops for him.
And that's a good job of spotting up by Serge Ibaka. He's good in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Lillard way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Leonard looking around. Shot clock at 5.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
When I'm training in summer,
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Clippers right now, Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. Cantor with it. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Lillard way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 15. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great.
And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Lillard fires away from way outside. He can't get that one, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And here's Batum, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 5. And Jones slams it in.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Jackson, that's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Lillard from deep three-point land knocks down the 3 ball. Lillard's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Trailblazers. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Passes to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. Cans it from downtown. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A fierce competitor. Kennard fires back with a 3 of his own.
And it's Lillard missing. Clippers leading by 5. Fires for 3. Gets a hand on it. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got his first basket.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Trailblazers trail by 6.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Lillard against Jackson. And the dunk by Zubac.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Lillard misses. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Kennard for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Kennard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
We've seen Kennard steadily increase his 3-point shots. Terrific accuracy here.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Jackson against Lillard. Zubac kicks to Batum. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Cousins, the pass to Zubac. 5 to shoot. Jackson looking it over. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The shot missing. And so it's Los Angeles. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 8 points and 1.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Ennis Cantor is out there with Anthony, and it's Jones in at the small forward.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
George against McCollum. In the corner, it's Morris. Ibaka, the pass to George. Back to Ibaka. Got it. Good job in the low post. Ibaka's got 8.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
He dialed that one up from long distance. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Outside, George. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
I'll tell you, for a veteran, Ibaka still gets sky high on these alley-oops.
And a deep three from Lillard. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Ennis Cantor. And Collins subbed in for Derek Jones. Leonard dishes to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Excellent D there from Anthony.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And Collins is right there.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
McCollum against George. Here's the 3. Lillard with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 5. Nurkic. Oh!
Yes! Yes!
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
George against McCollum. Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And it's Lillard missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles. For your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Here's Simons. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And here's George for 3. Hits it from three-point range. And now it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
So the wing on the left. Here's Nurkic, and he makes good on the layup.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Leonard with no one around. Again, Los Angeles.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
I don't think the range surprises anyone anymore. CJ can shoot the lights out from any position.
Morris, left side, trying to get open as Ibaka. Morris, no good.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Anthony against Leonard. Excellent D there from Anthony.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's McCollum, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Here's George, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland, trailing by 5. They've got Batum, Luke Kennard out there, Patrick Beverly. Then it's Paul George, and it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The Clippers shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Kennard against McCollum. Kennard the pass to Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Brute strength of Cousins. Defenders draped all over him, and he simply brushes them off.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Kennard with the rebound.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Pass to Leonard. This one for 3, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
McCollum against Kennard. No good from outside. Trailblazers trail by 7. McCollum outside. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Kennard kicks to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. 6 to shoot. Kennard the pass to Batum. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 6.
That's how you run pick and roll. Kennard's a smart player who's gotten better at creating for others.
Lillard misses. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Leonard kicks to Kennard. From deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
3-pointer, Lillard. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
So much of rebound is about positioning, effort, no lack of it right there.
Nobody near Lillard from beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 34 points.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Lillard against Beverly. From downtown, Lillard misses.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump, and it's not going well.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Paul George in for Kawhi Leonard. And a switch here also for Portland. Powell's checked in. And McCollum puts up a deep three. Misses the three. And he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Kennard for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his fourth assist in this one. Trailblazers trail by 8. Three-pointer, Lillard. They get it back. Fires the three. Buries it from three-point range. Lillard's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Trailblazers. George against Powell. And that one's good, George.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Lillard misses. The Clippers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Kennard against McCollum. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Beverly. Ibaka, the pass to Beverly. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Bounce pass from Morris. Ibaka finds Kennard. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Clippers lead by 7. Lillard from deep three-point land. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Covington with the steal. So the Clippers with the win. They didn't make it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap. The Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And for Dallas, we've got Josh Richardson. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Leonard. And good that time. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary. Well, there's some confidence right now in Patrick Beverley's game. He's got the green light, and that time took a little bit of a quick opportunity and nailed it.
Now, here's Doncic. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Doncic.
Long arms and some quick hands that time. Some good awareness as Porzingis just kept moving.
Beverley finds George. Down low. Here's Zubac. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Richardson. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Misses off the right iron. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Leonard with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And Beverley kicks to Zubac. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverley. Dallas moving it around. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Clippers in the lead. Kennard on the wing. Takes a 3. The Clippers get another chance here. Nobody near George. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. On the Mavericks with some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Doncic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. The Clippers also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Leonard. And Morris subbed in for George. And the basket by Jackson.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Here's Redick. Lays it up and banks it in. 1:32 left here in the opening quarter. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And there's the pass to Kennard. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Inside. And it's blocked. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. And it's Maxi Kleber in for J.J. Redick. Brunson kicks to Kleber. 34 seconds left here in the first quarter. He gets that one.
Excellent job of simply taking what the defense offered up.
Outside Jackson passes it to Batum. Kennard against Kleber. Three-pointer. The rebound by Marjanovic. Now Kleber. Nice D from Cousins. With one on the clock. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant.
It's a tie game in Dallas. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got fouled. Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Trey Burke. And the Clippers with the change here, too. Cousins is checked in. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Here's Jackson, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Powell. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Outside Jackson. To the right side. Here's Cousins. No points in the game yet for him. 4 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Kennard. And that one hits back iron.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Any sharp guys in the NBA.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Pretty nice work there in the open floor. Hardaway Jr. good at running to the right spot on the court and being ready.
Brunson against Jackson. Batum finds Jackson. Back to Batum. To the inside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. 1:58 left in the first half. Back to Brunson. Hardaway against Cousins. Here's Marjanovic. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Pass to Cousins. He kicks it to Jackson. The Mavericks pull it in.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And the three ball is good.
Cousins just sensing there was going to be an opening and then found his man.
Brunson scanning the floor. Outside Hardaway. To the middle. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Hardaway has got 6 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. And that'll be his third foul so far. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. A different look for the Clippers. Left side, Ibaka. Outside, Leonard. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
The Mavericks have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Beverly against Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. And they pick up 2. Doncic has got 6 points.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
A 3 from Leonard. No good that time. And a close game so far through the... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. And Kenny, along with the incredible production Luka Doncic gives this game, his lead. And that'll...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nice game. Great performance by Tim Hardaway Jr.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Paul George is out there, Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Wide open. But they'll get another chance. Pass to Porzingis. Over Ibaka. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got the lead up to 5 now for Dallas.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
Outside, George. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. He has 6.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one. The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Mavericks leading by 3. 90 seconds now into the second half. The pass to Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. A different look for Dallas. Reddick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Burke in for Doncic. To the inside, here's Cauley Stein, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Burke. Here's Leonard. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
Right side Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. High post, Cauley Stein. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
The three for Doncic. And no good.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
The three from Leonard. Porzingis with the steal, and it's the Mavericks on the break. Leonard with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Porzingis with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Porzingis. It's good on the putback.
It's so hard to keep Porzingis off the boards, and the timing right there on the putback. Wow.
George against Richardson. George dishes to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Doncic with it. He's got 9. To the paint. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
The three for Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Richardson against Beverly. Inside, Ibaka. That puts them in the lead. And the Clippers lead by 2.
A good job of reading the pick and roll there from Patrick. You give him a passing lane, he's going to get to it.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 2. And will return.
I be rocking this.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Clippers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Kleba in at the small forward.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's the break. Here's Kennard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kennard's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. Brunson up top, guarded by Jackson. Brunson, good.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Passes it to Kennard. Lets it go with a three. Can't hit that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Right side Hardaway. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. From the arc. Powell pulls it in.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had one in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And the rejection by Cousins.
I like it. Cousins making impact on the defensive end. Nice to have a rim presence and blocks that shot away.
Oh, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And the Clippers call time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Redick comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Trey Burke subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin, we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
Thank you, David. Cousins on the follow.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Mavericks lead by 1. Beverly against Doncic. Pass to Kennard. There's the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kennard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Here's Doncic. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kennard, the pass to Leonard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
Beyond the arc. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. And a switch here also for the Clippers. George is checked in for Patrick Beverly. That's a 2 from Kennard. And Cousins kicks to George. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
That's a nice play by Paul George, showing a nice touch from the mid-range.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The Clippers grab the miss.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Kennard for 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Richardson attacking. Here's Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. The 3 for Doncic. To stop the run. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And it's sent back by George. Leonard on the wing. Kennard, the pass to George. Back to Kennard. Here's Leonard. Back to Kennard. It's good.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Now go. Here is George. The rebound by Marjanovic. From deep. Nails the trade.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for Denver, Murray out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Bol in at the 4 spot. Tries it from 19. Jokic, no good.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Murray kicks to Jokic. And again, Denver, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And George, here we go. And George with this stuff.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Jokic with the bucket.
And like the initiative there, Jokic seeing an opportunity to get inside and just attack it.
Leonard against Gordon, and it's blocked by Gordon. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. No good on the shot. A bit long that time for Los Angeles. They've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Monte Morris is checked in for Denver. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Puts up a 3. Bol. Count it.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Pass to Leonard. Chalk up 2 there.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Jokic passes to Murray. Count the basket.
Gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. On its way from Ibaka for 2. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Morris kicks to Jokic. Over Ibaka. And it's Jokic missing.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
So they take the lead. 7 points for Jamal Murray.
And Murray has such a soft-looking shot, especially from deep where he is just lights out.
George passes to Beverley. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And we know Patrick Beverley is one of those guys. You love having him on your team. But if you're an opponent, you absolutely despise this guy's toughness and the way he embraces the defensive end of the floor. Patrick Beverley has dug it out of the dirt and created a great career.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And you got to respect the physicality of Millsap. He can energize his entire team with that level of activity.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Here's Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He could go, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Now here is Morris. Puts the move on. And the rejection by Cousins. Now the Clippers moving it up. For the 3. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets trail. Morris into the lane. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Batum against Green. Green with the block. And they're able to recover. Count that bucket. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Morris with the ball. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. That shot off, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. A 3 from Morris. Rebound by the Nuggets. Dozier passes to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now Jackson. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And the rejection by Cousins.
7'6" wingspan in the house, and he says, get it out of here.
Kennard's shot is off. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Batum with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. And the wide open shot from Morris. Nailed from three-point land.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Morris passes to Green. A putback, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got 5 points so far.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities.
Kennard's shot is off. And so Green will bring it up for Denver. They trail by 3. Here's Batum. Offensive rebound. Morris, no good.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
McGee. Kennard with the rebound. Clippers leading by 3. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Cousins. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Nicholas Batum. George has checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Kennard for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Jokic. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
A focal point of this offense, Jokic is comfortable handling the bulk of the scoring load on this team.
Pass to Kennard. The 3. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Knocks down the 10-footer. He's got 6.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Knocks it loose. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Bull the pass to Murray. Shot by Gordon wide open. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And that's it for the first half. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the team. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching,
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Clippers in the lead. They've got Michael Porter. Gordon out there with Bull. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the 5. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Here's Jokic. Lays it up off the glass. Jokic has got 8 points.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Beverley with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Ibaka, and he banks in the layup.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. Oh, Leonard in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. In the corner, it's Gordon. One-on-one here. And Beverley kicks to George. Outside Leonard. Beverley dishes to Ibaka. Back to Beverley. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Clock at 6. And there's Ibaka. That's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. The Nuggets trail by 8. And here is Murray. He's got 7. Passes it to Bull. Shoots the 3. The Nuggets with another miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And that one's good. Leonard.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Murray outside. Inside. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Gordon against George. Ibaka looking for an opening. It's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Murray.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
To the left wing. A wide open look here for Ibaka. And that one is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Porter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, a former 5-star recruit. We know about the talent level with Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic. JaMychal Green comes in for Bull. Will Barton, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Rivers in for Jamal Murray. Kennard for 3. And it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Rivers gets a wide open look. The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. Kennard's shot is off. The Nuggets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the Nuggets making a change here. And both free throws good for Green. Los Angeles leading by 4. There's the pass to Kennard. From outside, off the mark.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Morris with the ball. Now Green defending. Morris, no good. Pass to Kennard. Launches it. Hands it from downtown. Kennard's got 10 points in the game.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And the wide open shot from Morris. The Nuggets with another miss. That's a 2 from Kennard. Jackson finds Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Jackson. Baca is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Millsap passes to Rivers. Jokic inside. Cousins is there.
You have to love the tenacity, but also the awareness to make sure he came away with that ball.
Kennard for 3. Jokic grabs the miss.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes. They are just killing him on the interior.
Kennard against Rivers. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. No good there. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And here we go. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Rivers.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Pass to Kennard. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Jackson passes to Zubac. That one goes in, and the Clippers lead by 5.
Check out the vision from Jackson. He doesn't have to make the flashy play, just wants to make the right play.
Morris looking over the floor. Stolen by Jackson, and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Gordon the pass to Murray. Now the dish to McGee. Back to Murray. Launches a 3. Good on the triple.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Ibaka outside. And that's a foul called on Bol Bol. That's foul number 2 for him. Jokic is checked in for Bol. Porter against George. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. 5 on the clock. The shot comes out. Good defense by Jokic. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Jokic. Can't tie it up as that one misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
To the middle. Here's Jokic. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. So, for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And George is subbed in for Kennard. Wide open look here for Murray. And another miss by Denver. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as much as 10.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Here's Murray. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Jokic on the follow. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
George dishes to Leonard. Now here's Beverly. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Nobody near George. Connects from three-point range. And the Clippers lead by 7.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
And that's going to be a travel. Denver making a switch here. Holes checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. Los Angeles leading by 7. Everly with the ball. Pass to Kennard. Fires the 3. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
Beverly against Murray. And the pass to Kennard. And stolen by Murray.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Kennard for three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
So the Clippers with the win. They keep. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our Leonard in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. On the wing, George. From deep three-point range, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Lillard with it from deep. The long distance three is buried. Lillard's got the game going here with the first basket for Portland.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
Now here's Leonard.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Lillard again missing. And here's Los Angeles. It's a three-point game. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach gets to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Trailblazers keep it alive. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. And Portland has possession. And it's Lillard again missing.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
The shot by George, no good.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down. He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
George from deep three-point land. No good on the triple. Lillard fires away from way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Pass to Ibaka. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Lillard from deep three-point land, and another 3 for Portland. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
And Lillard gets it to go.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
George against McCollum. Right side, Leonard. No good off the back of the rim.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And a deep three from Lillard. Takes it out to Covington. Lillard scanning the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard again missing.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Again, Leonard missing. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Lillard fires away from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 15 points.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Now here's Leonard. Ibaka outside. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. Going on an absolute ram. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the team's camaraderie.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Simons, the pass to Kanter. Up and in on the layup. Kanter's got the lead up to 4 now for Portland.
And really inside the paint is where Kanter thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
There's the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Simons. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Clippers trail by 6. And here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now the pass to Kennard. Doubled by McCollum. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. 4 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. No good. Now Portland takes it the other way. It's Anthony with the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. And the layup's good off the glass.
You see the quickness of Beverly, blinding speed in the inside.
McCollum outside. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Pass to Kennard. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Count it. And now a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. From deep three-point range, and Kanter pulls it down. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Anthony, the pass to Simons. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 10. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Trying to defend Kennard. You know he can hit shots with limited space. That helps him get you off balance.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. Norman Powell's checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. George is checked in for Morris. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly.
Kawhi, a double-digit rebounder in college. Scouts knew that would be a transferable skill of his.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
He just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Here's Leonard. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And now it's just a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
You know, there's a rhythm to Leonard's game, but also an awareness. Just takes what the defense allows.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
And it's Beverly missing. Trailblazers leading by 7. Fires away from way outside. That one misses. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. To the paint. George with the bucket.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
And a deep three from Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And George, here we go. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. With 2 seconds left, it's not going to go for him. And so it's Portland in the driver's seat. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... And that...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Batum. Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Portland leading by 8. Lillard outside. Fires from deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound in this one. Kennard kicks to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. From deep 3-point range, the long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Passes it to Kennard. From past the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Kennard's got 5 points so far. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Beverly up top. The feed to Ibaka. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. And Anthony subbed in for McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 10. Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland no good that time either. Clippers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
And a deep three from Lillard. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
How about his aggressiveness from 3? He caught fire in the first half. Now hits his second one since the break. He's a bad, bad man.
Zubac finds Morris. On the wing, Jackson. No good that time. Anthony with the defensive effort. Stolen by Zubac. Morris with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Jackson from long range. Bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
And a deep three from Lillard. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Clippers trail by 11. Pass to Jackson. Back to George. Cantor against Zubac. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Cousins trying to free himself up. He gets it in there. 1:12 left to play in the third. Lillard way outside. Unable to get that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Now Zubac. Cousins, the pass to Zubac. From deep, George. Collins grabs the miss. Portland leading by 9. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Lillard outside. From deep. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Launches it. Cantor trying to free himself up. The Clippers grab the miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Morris, no good. Trailblazers shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Three-pointer, Lillard. But they get it back. Cantor finds Anthony. Lillard fires away from way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Trailblazers out in front, up 10. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. A nice shot by Simons. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And here's George for 3. Jackson down low. The shot by George, wide open. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Silky smooth stroke. Nice touch. Paul George is a terrific jump shooter.
From deep three-point range, the pass to Simons. The three from McCollum. He's off on that one, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And George kicks to Jackson. And here's Morris for three. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
To the inside. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And the technical free throw is good. And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Leonard, he's checked in for Cousins. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. McCollum, no good. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 10. Stripped away. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's the three. The offensive rebound. Nurkic kicks to Collins. There's the three. Portland no good that time either. And again, the Clippers turn it over. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Portland leading by 8. From deep. Cullen passes to Nurkic. Lillard way outside. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Beverley. Ibaka right side. Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They've held a 12-point lead early. Lillard way outside. Portland no good that time either.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet opposite happened.
Here's Ibaka. And foul. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
A fantastic competitor. The bigger the moment, the more Kennard wants the ball.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Beverley against Lillard. From deep. Here's Leonard. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Rare for him to get a wide-open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Man showing some terrific range. Lillard's got 39.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And Ibaka is right there.
He's been there before, played in big moments of big games. Ibaka coming through in the clutch.
Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. Here's Kennard. Shot on the wing. He can't hit that time. And a deep three from Lillard. And so it's Portland winning this one. Probably a little close. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.